Hello. I decided that I'm going to continue making YouTube videos. I guess I'm just going to have to start being a little bit more careful on exactly what I'm saying. Um, this video, I kind of really, I haven't made a video in a long time. Some of you guys have probably heard me make comments on Holochain. Those videos were extremely painful even for me to listen to, so I apologize that I don't have those up. I deleted those. I got in my feelings, not gonna lie, and I deleted everything that I had. I only have one other video out right now. All right, forget all that. Let's talk about Holochain real quick. So with Holochain, there's some things that's been going on that I really like. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, which I deleted, I was extremely critical on their communication. By the way, for some of you guys who don't know, I am strictly an investor in the hot token. Not I love the technology. I love what it can do to change the future. But the reality of it is, it's just like everything else. I'm one of those people who's trying to have my investments in the proper place so that I can make a lot of money. I really don't have a lot of money, and so the best thing that I can do is invest in cheap cryptocurrency projects. And I can't really call Holochain a blockchain project, but different cryptocurrency projects, and hope that they will flourish over time. The reason why I have a question, and this is specifically a question for a lot of people who have not invested in the hot token. I know that the technology is kind of up there, right? Like, I don't even understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I don't really understand all of that. So it's like one of those things to where it's like they're talking up here and my understanding is down here. You know, for some people who don't quite understand, it was the same thing like the internet. Like, all of these terms and everything else in between, like this new thing was coming up, and it was like, what? And so you really didn't really understand exactly what was going on until it was actually created. I feel the same way about Holochain. I feel like their technology, their team, I really like the team and the community. The team has been, for lack of a word, battle tested. They've been through a whole lot, and I can tell by their AMAs. I read a lot of body language. I can tell when they're excited. I can tell when they're like they're just drained. You know, there's a lot going on with Holochain. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. And my thoughts, this is why I invested in Holochain, and maybe others can explain to me either why they do or don't invest in Holochain. But I invested in Holochain with number one, the technology is new. Okay, this is not blockchain technology, it's Holochain. Don't ask me. There are plenty of YouTube videos to explain a whole lot better than what I will say, so don't ask me how that works. Please don't. So in my mind, I say, well, this is a new technology. You always invest in new technology, right? Technology is where it's at. You know, invention and technology. You want to get in on the ground roots of things when you're an investor. So the technology is there, then the team is there. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I looked at the team, I was like, well, I don't know who these people are, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to do a little bit more digging, and I had to find out their backgrounds and all this. So I really like the team. I really like what they're trying to do. I really don't understand why it's so cheap. I really don't. Now, I do know a lot of people look at the market cap and how many tokens are available and all of that. But the weird thing about it is that you have to really understand how their system is going to be working and how the hot token is going to be used and utilized, because the hot token is actually going to be an intermediary between Holo Fuel and then also the regular the exchanges. So you're going to need the hot token. you're going to need the hot token. So those who are involved in the project and are actually doing holo hosting are going to have to use holo fuel. But in order to exchange their holo fuel into like cash or something a little bit more tangible, they have to use the hot token. So, and with the hot token, obviously it's the ERC20 token. You can divert and go wherever you want. You can buy more Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is, which I'm gonna make another video on exactly. Yeah, I'm make another video on Libra actually, and Bitcoin and all of those guys. I said Libra for a reason. There's something special going on. So anyway, but going back to Holochain, so I invested in the hot token, and I like what they've been doing. If you guys have seen the last time I made a video, I was complaining about their communication, how they really don't care about early investors. To be honest with you, I still don't think they really care about early investors. I really don't think they even care whether we make money or not. They don't really care. This is me personally. I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think that they're trying to reward or trying to give an advantage to those who have invested early in the hot token. So there's a lot of crypto people out there that are treating this project as if it was like, I don't know, I don't know what projects out there, Crypto Kitties or different DeFi. DeFi is a new thing right now. Whatever it is, it's one of those things to where I mean trash can token. We can just say trash token, can token. You know, you're treating. You can't treat this project like the others for two reasons. I'm gonna go specifically for two reasons. The first reason is that number one, hot can't the Holochain is not even in beta yet. So I'll know that alpha is coming up soon, but it's not even in beta yet. So the token, the hot token, doesn't necessarily have to be used right now. I mean, it is still being used. I mean, people are going to make trades and everything else in between, but it really doesn't have to be used. It's not forced to be used. Once the beta comes out, it's actually going to force people to use it. It's extremely similar to the basic attention token, which I really like what they're doing. However, I like what Holochain is doing, because Holochain is you're actually able to earn. It's not you're not mining it, you're earning it through hosting. So it's a continuous thing. So when you look at you can't treat it, you look at the numbers and they're like, oh man, 177 billion, oh my god, like, oh, you know, you have to look at the other factors on exactly how it's going to be used. And so if there's 177, let's say there's 177 billion, I don't know what the exact numbers is, but let's say there's 177 billion hot tokens. Well, if there's 177 billion hot tokens, and then with holo fuel, you have, I don't know, people are earning anywhere between 300,000 and 500,000 holo fuel tokens. To switch that over, there's going to be some kind of conversion rate, right? And so you have to really look at exactly how it's going to be used, or how the project is going to be used. The Bitcoin is going to be used for a store of value. It's not, I mean, I don't understand who in their right mind would continue to purchase pizza and all these little small things with Bitcoin. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Even if you could do it every day, to me, I would just keep it and I would just hold it and wait. Like, just wait, because Bitcoin is obviously going to be up there. Same thing with Holochain is with the holo token, with the hot token, it's not even being used yet. Yes, it's outside of the 100. I remember when it was like in the 70s and 80s, and it hovered in the 70s for a long period of time. And then it went to the 80s and 90s, and now it's out because all the DeFi tokens and everything else in between, that's going up by 125%. The point is that it's been about 90,000 90 million to like 120 million. I guess between that, as far as how much money has been, what's the word? I forgot that word. Anyway, the point is that, so it's not even technically being used yet. So I don't understand. I know that in the crypto world, like, people are trying to make money right now, like right now. And we all know how fast things pop off, right? We all understand that it only takes something to happen where all of a sudden a token shoots up, a coin or token shoots up, right? So when it shoots up, we get a lot of people like, oh man, I want to invest in that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the crypto space where you're getting in on a lot of things too late. Like, you see, I don't know, what's a good one? What's a good one? Omisigo is a great, at least I think is a great project. I don't really know them all that too well, but I like their ideas. But let's say Omisigo, I don't know what token they use or whatever, but let's say Omisigo jumps up. Not everybody's jumping on a bandwagon, right? And it's like, why are you jumping on a bandwagon like it's going up, and you're jumping in the bandwagon right here, and then you make a little bit of profit and then it goes down? And then it's those people who don't make the right decisions, as far as, because there's a lot of people who are trading, which is understandable. I mean, that it's a great way to make money. So, but it's also a great way to make money by educating yourself on what exactly what technology you're actually working with. And I feel like Holochain has a lot of good Holochain is a good technology for the future, and I believe that it's going to be around for a very long time if you look at the community, if you look at the project. So Holochain is one of those projects in which I know once they get off the ground and everything's going to start taking off, and then people, because there's a lot of people right now, they're like, oh, it hadn't been working, it's out for 2 years, and all of these other things. Things take time. You know what I mean? It really does. So what I really just don't understand is why people aren't investing in this technology from a technological aspect, not necessarily from an investing aspect. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if you are investing in Holochain for investing like me, you have to be a long-term holder. If you're not and by the way, a long-term holder is like 8 months to a year, right, in the crypto space. Well, in reality, if we just hold on to that for like a good 2 or 3 years, you will see the gains, unbelievable gains, providing that the project is moving forward, which is one of the things that I like to talk about, is that with Holochain, their project has been moving forward. They've been making, and they have been communicating lately, since around January, February timeframe. When March started, they really started communicating with the community and allowing us to know what's going on, Twitter and everything else in between, and Reddit. They're excuse me. I don't have coronavirus, by the way. But anyway, so it's one of those things to where they have been communicating very well lately, and I think that has a lot to do with their progress as well, right? Their progress have been improving. They've made some changes. They also, one of the things that I really like is, I should say not really like, but one of the things that I really find interesting is that Mozilla Firefox has been struggling, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're either on the brink of filing for bankruptcy or they're nearly there, because they fired a whole lot of people. Well, they build things in Rust, right? Well, maybe a week or two later, Holochain, their if I'm not mistaken, dApps, if I'm saying that even right, dApps or HAPS, whatever you want to call them, are built through Rust. Well, they were saying that they were hiring people. Who do you think was, what people do you think was actually going to apply there? Because honestly, I mean, I'm just a regular guy. I call myself a cheap investor. I don't know, but I'm just a regular guy in hopes to making a lot of money in the future, not only for myself, but obviously for my family and to take care of my family. So one of the things that I find interesting is that they really, it seems like they really are trying to ramp up their efforts into getting things done. Now, I will say this, for those who are traders or those who are short-term holders, 6 to 7 months, whenever this bull run that's supposed to happen comes, if Holochain is in its beta and close to the alpha, it's going to shoot like a mug. I'm pretty sure within the next 2 years, I personally believe, this is me personally, I personally believe it's going to reach $1. That's my own personal belief. I am not an expert. That's just my own personal belief. Okay. So, and possibly even more, depending on how fast everything catches on. The reason why I like this technology is because it's a new technology, right? So like everybody's trying to use blockchain right now, right? Banks are trying to use blockchain. Countries are trying to use blockchain. Everyone's trying to use blockchain. What happens when everybody starts using Holochain? You see what I'm saying? Like, what happens when everything just starts to move forward? And yeah, people are still trying to wrap their heads around blockchain, right? Because I mean, it is what it is. Like it's a new technology, but now we have Holochain. This is how fast technology moves. This is how fast innovation moves. And if you can't jump on the bandwagon as an investor, if you can't jump on the bandwagon and hold, then you're not going to make money. And I'm saying that as a beginning investor, as not as a professional. But I only have, a million hot tokens and stuff. So I'm not going to make, if it gets to $1, I make $1 million. If it gets to 50 cents, obviously 500,000, if my math is correct. But the point is that, if you invest in this token and you just hold it, it's not going to take much, and you just leave it there, because the way the economy and the way things are going, if you're a person, you're still in the stock market right now, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. People who are invested in other assets such as gold, land, silver, obviously those are positive, more solidified, not projects, but more solidified assets to invest in. So, but anyway, I just want to talk about Holochain. I want to talk about its improvement and what's been going on. Yeah, that's about all I have.